One of the things I've always been interested in is organizing things. I guess because I have a natural ability to do it, but organizing really helps you meet some of the greatest people in the world. And what I did early on in my teaching career in the mid-1970s, I organized an international lecture series. Remember, at that time, these great artists, the greatest photographers, Eugene Smith, André Kertész, weren't coming to Toronto. I brought them all to Toronto, and many, many more, hundreds of people over time, coming to Ryerson to present their work. And I think it really made a difference for the photographers, especially the student photographers, but the working photographers, to see that these are just good people who were working at a high level, but that it gave you the sense that maybe you could attain the same thing. In this photograph, it shows that even as a student, I had access to the work and the people in Rochester at the George Eastman House. And that's the kind of base that allowed me to do many of my organizational activities. One I'm very proud of is the conference on photography that started in, basically the people who were photographers across the country rarely got to meet each other. And this conference brought about 600, maybe 700 people together at one time from across the country to present and listen to people talk about Canadian photography, what was happening at that time. But the most important thing about it was that they met each other. I also, in the mid-70s, wanted to organize a museum of photography. It didn't quite get there, but we raised a fair amount of funding, and we were able to transfer that to Ryerson. And the most important thing is the photographs that I had collected over time from the great artists like Eugene Smith were eventually able to get given to Ryerson. And it actually provided the base for the collection of the Ryerson Image Center. And that is a great feat that started in 1975 of all things. I'm so proud of this book. It's one of the most beautiful photographic books, I think, that's been made. It's just an incredible printing job. And a master work by Peter Higdon and Don Snyder in terms of their writing in this book. The printing came off extraordinarily well. From black and white, shows my early work on film and goes through everything we just spoke about today, and incredible reproductions. I'm amazed at how many people use the word wow whenever they get the book and start opening it and looking at it. I also, during the same time, organized study trips to Europe for a group of students and to China and Japan.